My snowbound secret hunting sausages. Well, it's been reset, so there's been some new things. What have happened? So in the video, I'm going to show you the next location of Penguin number 2, Old Quackers, and there's been some changes to the Strange Signal sort of event, and the Riis Reborn Key event too, so I'll give you an update on both of them. So let's get into the Penguin location first of all. Let's go and see Varix to go and get this Penguin thing sorted. Now, remember, it's not in the room with Varix, it's the room next door to him, and you can only access it from the outside. So once you go in, you'll see where you placed last week's Penguin, and just to the right there's a stack of boxes, and in there it says Search Well of Infinitude. Now that's where we're going to find Quackers number 2. So if we have a look at the map, you can see the central area on the right there by the Asterion Abyss. That's called the Nexus, and down below it is where we want to go. That's the Well of Infinitude. So follow my lead and off we go. And if you do like my content, a subscribe would be fantastic, or even better, a like and a comment goes down really well with the high-class bods at YouTube. So here we are in Asterion Abyss. Now we're just going to go down to the right where you can see the Vex structure just sticking up. Now when you go in here, it seems like it's splitting off into 2 tunnels. Don't worry, it's just all one tunnel joined up. And we're going to keep on going down until we get to the Nexus area. Here we are. There's going to be Vex and so on here. You can kill them if you wish, but you don't have to worry about them too much. We're going to be making our way down to the right here. The turbo boost to get us there quicker. It's all one way really. You can't go wrong. You can't find any extra ways to go off and get lost. Just keep on going forwards and shooting the Vex as you drop down into the Well of Infinitude. Here we are. Now it's not too far. Fight your way through the couple of waves. You want to just go round the corners here, and then once you bear around the corner, you'll see another Minotaur and some goblins and the like, and that is where you're going to find the third penguin, the second penguin. Here we are, just approaching here, around the corner. Goodbye, you gits in stasis. And here we go. So you can see now, just up on the right-hand side there, I've got a resource detector. That's because I've got it on my ghost, but that's where we're heading to, that resource detector. That doesn't actually represent the penguin. It represents some of the Europa stuff that's opposite the penguin. So there's Europa stuff, and there we go. There's Quackers hiding behind another force field, the little git. Now, there's nothing special to do the force field. You just have to lower it like that, and you can collect them. That's marvellous. Good old Quackers is all collected. And here I am. Here's my position on the map where we end up, look, deep within the Well of Infinitude. Now, don't forget, once you've picked up Quackers, bugger off back to see Varix and go and place him in the room next door to Varix. And that way you'll get the second part of the triumph. So that's 2 down, 7 to go. There he is. Isn't he cute with his welded feet? Right, now we're going to talk about 2 things that I've made 2 videos about in the past week, but things have actually changed this week, so it looks like they're on a rotation. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is the Riis Reborn Key Codes, or code keys. The ones that you get when you kill the Techno Runner who's hiding in a building in top of Eventide Ruins. You know, when the storm closes in and then it says there's a powerful enemy nearby taking shelter from the storm, and you go to this second yellow building and you can see him hiding in a snowdrift. Not too difficult to kill if you just pile on in with your fallen guillotine or any of your supers. He won't last long at all. It's just that you've got to wait for the message to appear before you do it, and once you've done it in 1 week, you won't be able to do it again that week. Well, once you kill him, you get given the Riis Reborn control keys, or whatever they're called, and then you have to go up into the central lift area, continue all the way to Riis Reborn Approach. Let me show you the location of this again, just in case. But once you go, you're going through 3 buildings, really, and then once you get into the 3rd building, you've got a choice of which way to go, left or right. Make sure you take the left turn off at the top, and you jump up onto the platform and go left and make your way around until you see the hole in the floor, and there you'll find another fallen captain who you have to kill. Once he's dead, you'll find another console in the room at the far end that looks like a big sort of tube with a purplish light on it when you approach it. Once you've done that, it says drink Radiolorian liquid. Yum yum. So once you drink the Radiolorian liquid, you've got to go and find a Vex conflux that's hidden away. Now, last week, this Vex conflux was in Cadmus Ridge. Well, it's moved. Now it's changed to Asterion Abyss, and I'll show you the location just here on the map. There you can see it. And then once you activate that, because you've got the Radiolorian fluid in your bones, you can jump up and do the same puzzle, but this one is over Asterion Abyss as well, instead of being over Cadmus Ridge, obviously. So remember, you're just emoting on the pads, and then once you emote on the pad, one of the pyramids will light up telling you the direction to travel to go and emote on the next one. And it's 4 altogether that you have to do, including the first one, and you get a nice piece of legendary gear for that. Now, moving on to the Strange Signal event, you know, the one where you start it by getting the Strange Signal buff by killing the wyvern in the Asterion Abyss area. You have to hang around this particular area so they appear. They can be quite few and far between, so you're going to have to be patient. But once you've killed the wyvern and you make your way into the Nexus, you know, the way we kind of went to get the penguin, really. And once you actually come into the Nexus, down to the right, last week when we did the Strange Signal, there was a darkness shard there with the friendly harpy looking at it. Well, now there's a tree there, a glowing tree, reminiscent of the tree that was in the cradle in Io during last season. And our good old friend, the harpy, is still there looking totally baffled. So once you start the event, it's the same as before, but because it says Test of Light, not Test of Dark, I used a light subclass, so I've used my arc subclass instead of last time where I used the stasis subclass. It doesn't actually say whether or not this makes any difference, but it must be. There may be something about this that's going to become more and more clear as time goes on. Well, anyway, the difference between this one and the last one was that once you jump onto the platforms that appear, instead of shooting the shards that make the platforms appear and disappear, they seem to appear spontaneously, and you have a light well appear, which gives you your super every time you land in the light well. So all you need to do is land in the light well and kill everybody that you can, but mainly the big Hydra at the end. Do be careful, some of the platforms do disappear, so make sure you're keeping an eye on the floor once you've used up a charge and killed all the monsters. But then once you jump back and forth, you'll be able to kill the Hydra and then collect another legendary award. So those two changes are very interesting. Now, I wanted to talk to you about one more thing, which I think is really exciting. Actually, I'm not going to talk about it now. I'm actually going to make a separate video about it. But, well, I'll just leave it to say that I think there's a lot more coming in Beyond Light than we've already got. I'll be making that video, I think, for tomorrow. It's only going to be relevant for 4 days, but never mind, I want to see what you guys think. Right then, I'm off now to go and, well, I'm going to have a cup of tea, actually, and possibly a sandwich, because I'm starving. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again. Well, I won't see you at all, actually. I'll pretend that you're watching me very soon. Sausage out.